Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 6 of Beyond the Scoreboard. I am Jackson, my co-host Ayden, and a special guest this week, Jake the Snake Smith, from somewhere in Whitley County. Hi, Jake.
How we doing, guys? Still banned from Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Again, if anyone can at 260JAKE and please tag Elon Musk and X, I would love my 1,456 local followers back at any given point. Thank you very much.
We love it, Jake. We love it. Poor man was banned from X for being hacked.
That was hacked.
He was hacked. Poor guy.
That's rough. That's rough.
So we had a rather interesting weekend with all sports going on, some sports news going on, and then college basketball started tonight.
Yeah.
Purdue's game got over about 45 minutes ago.
You guys do other stuff.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Oh, yeah.
You said sports. Right. I was like, there's no S on sports. It's football. That's it. But yeah, basketball's cool too. Right on.
All right. Well, we're going to hop into our 2-minute drill. So for those of you just joining us that never watched our show before, or for Jake himself, 2-minute drill. What we do, we take about 2 minutes. We're going to talk about every score from every game this week. And what we're going to do is we're going to give one to three comments about each game. If you don't have a comment about the game, that's fine. We've had multiple weeks where the games were just terrible and we just didn't have anything to say, which happens a lot. There might be a few this week. All right. Let me get this pulled up here, and then we are going to hop right in.
Yeah, there's several games this week that
behind me.
Not very good.
I've got my timer behind me. All right. And 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Starting off, Texans, Jets. Jets get the win on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, they were favored this week, so crazy that the sportsbook got that. So, yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers on ayahuasca gets the dub.
Yeah.
Bears, Cardinals. I am pleading the fifth. I'm not talking about this game.
Cardinals are legit.
Bears got killed.
The NFC West should be like California as a state, cut off from the rest of the
NFL. Cowboys, Agreed. Falcons. Dak Prescott gets hurt in this game, and Falcons win.
Yeah, Falcons aren't that good.
Okay.
I don't even know. Kirk Cousins, I mean, he's got – you hear that clip about him? He doesn't even know the Swag and Surf song. He's not from there. The whole thing's an embarrassment. The Cowboys as a whole are an embarrassment. Next game.
Bills, Dolphins. Josh Allen owns the Miami Dolphins. Josh Allen still wheeling and dealing. Josh Allen still my favorite for the MVP.
Dolphins kind of kept it closer than I thought they would, though, going to be honest.
Tua didn't get a concussion, so even though they lost, that's a win for the Dolphins.
W.
Very true. Bengals, Raiders. Joe Burrow throws 5 touchdowns. That's about all you can talk about for that game.
Yep.
Raiders fired everybody.
Yes, true. They did.
They should.
Chargers, Browns. Browns lose by 17 to Herbert and the Chargers.
Jameis Winston was fake. Got our hopes up for no reason.
I think something else was hacked other than my Twitter. I think that score's wrong, but I don't know. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I agree, actually. I watched the wrong game.
Titans, Patriots in overtime. Titans get the win. Drake May, I feel like, still looked decent.
Yeah, he was good. He almost got sacked through a touchdown. Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah.
These are two of the only other teams I think are as bad as Cleveland.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, no, and then you got the Giants. Commanders, Giants. Jaden Daniels, feel like has locked up offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
especially after Caleb Williams lost to the Cardinals.
All right.
Jaden Daniels for the Heisman, whatever you want to call it. Giants, another team like California, should be cut off from the rest of the
NFL. Saints, Panthers. Chris Olave gets hurt pretty bad.
Derek Carr should be banned from the NFL. Chris Olave deserves better.
I will say the Panthers got Dennis Allen fired, so he
That's
seems
true.
like the
That is true.
Raiders offensive staff, they're all hanging out, they're all fired.
Mike McCarthy's next.
Yes.
Broncos, Ravens. Yeah, Ravens are for real. Ravens lost to the Browns last week was a fluke.
Was it? Or
It
the
was.
Browns, they just need this bye week and then they're actually legit.
Ravens should just give King Henry the ball 80 times a game. That's all they've got.
Yeah. Yes.
Eagles, Jaguars. Pretty much the main thing to say about this game was Saquon Barkley's reverse hurdle.
Yeah, he's Mm-hmm.
Good job, Giants, letting him go. Jaguars should fire everybody too.
Yeah, no kidding. Lions, Packers. This one not near as close as I expected it to be.
Yeah, I mean the Packers had 8 points in the fourth, and it was not that close the whole game.
Lions, best team in the NFL. Dan Campbell actually said in a speech once he wants to drag them out to the expletive-deleted abyss and expletive-deleted drown them. I'm going Lions all the way.
I agree 100%. Lions in the Super Bowl.
Jake, you strike me as a Dan Campbell kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm just going to update real quick. Chiefs touchdown. D-Hop.
Oh, no.
Of course it was D-Hop.
Yep.
Rams, Seahawks. This one had to go into overtime. DeMarcus Robinson's one-handed touchdown grab in OT.
Rams are going to win the West.
I can see that. Geno Smith.
I can see anybody winning the West at this point.
That's true. I love Geno, but he's washed. I'd love to see him in Cleveland, though. We'll take it.
After Flacco, I mean, and Winston at this point, yeah, might as well. I might as well.
Vikings, Colts. This one was very much defensive in the first half.
It was so boring. Such a boring game.
That's true.
If you lined up all three of us defensively away from Sam Darnold, we'd all have an interception. Trash.
Yeah.
But the Colts are trashier. So, yeah, it was a horrible game. I watched it.
Flacco actually looked really bad.
Yeah, he did. I was disappointed.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it was disappointing. Very disappointing.
All right. Well, didn't quite make 2 minutes, but it is what it is.
Well.
All right. Oh, gosh, 10-7. That's awful.
Yeah.
All right. Ayden, give me your game. What's your game this week?
You know, I kind of want to take the Browns Chargers game. I think I do want to.
All right.
And Jake, you're obviously you can hop in here because we both feel the pain here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was rough. After last week,
15 carries for 39 yards from Nick Chubb. That's not ideal.
He doesn't have real knees anymore, bro. They're both surgically repaired. I mean, Batman can only do so much. You got to get that dude some Zimmer Biomet parts. You know what I mean?
hey, get him in there. I mean, so Winston after last week, the Ravens game. I mean, this is just such a letdown. But he didn't make any decisions in the pocket. I swear, he he couldn't make it. I don't know. It felt like he had pre-snap decisions every snap last week, and then this week just nothing.
So is Jameis Winston going back to his Tampa Bay Buccaneers form where he throws
he looked good in Tampa
more
Bay.
Interceptions than touchdowns all the time?
At least he threw touchdowns. He threw one this week. One.
If the expectation is that Jameis Winston is going to take us to the playoffs, Browns fans need to put down the Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca pipe because it's not happening.
Hey,
Jameis Winston is a stopgap quarterback at best. The season's over. The team needs sold. They're washed. Dog water, as my 14-year-old says. They're absolute trash. There's nothing we can do to change this. Chubb has no good knees left. The O-line is beat. And the Chargers.
What if you guys get Aaron Rodgers next year?
No.
That depresses me more than this game.
Yeah, we need to draft a quarterback. Cam Ward. That's who I want. Cam Ward.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
What if you get Shedeur Sanders?
No.
It wouldn't. His dad wouldn't let him come to town. The only other player I would take is Geno. If Geno's out there, we got to keep the faith, man.
I don't know about that.
Oh, man.
I don't know about Geno.
So,
Good.
So are Chargers in your guys' opinion, are Chargers the only team that would be able to challenge the Chiefs in the West?
In the West,
After the Broncos game, I think I feel like probably.
nobody can challenge the Chiefs in the West. I mean, it's not going to happen, unfortunately.
I mean, they did keep it within 7 against the Chiefs, but yeah, probably not. I think the Chiefs have it.
They're not done buying, man. The Chiefs got D-Hop, and they're still making moves.
Yeah,
I feel like they need one more stud receiver, though.
They got Worthy and Juju.
Worthy's solid.
See, I don't know. I'm gonna switch it back to the Browns here for a second. If I'm the Browns, I honestly might there's the whole thing of trading Myles Garrett for 3 firsts and Jahmyr Gibbs in a second. I might do that.
See, if I'm Lions, I'm not biting on that though.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen within the next 48 hours is that Zadarius Smith will be a Lion.
Oh, for sure. I've been hearing that a lot. Like even before this game.
Yeah,
I was hearing that he was getting traded.
I think it kind of came down to we win another game. Do they keep him along, or they try to keep the staff together? But after the loss, there's no reason. I mean, they need to be a fire sale in Cleveland. Should start with ownership, but since it can't be that, I guess we'll start with players.
Well, yeah, Haslam needs to go. He needs to go somehow. Get him out of there.
Do you think they have the coach right down there or over there in Cleveland?
2-time coach of the year. What they need to do is get Moneyball out of the building. Paul DePodesta should have been gone 3 years ago, and they missed their chance. Andrew Berry, the jury's still out on, but Jimmy and D. Haslam screwed over the American truck driver on a diesel fuel scandal years ago and had to sell Pilot Flight because of it. These aren't good people we're talking about, you know what I mean? Of course they went and got Deshaun Watson, and of course we've got Jameis Winston throwing 3 interceptions and being a bum, but who am I, you know?
And moving the stadium out of Cleveland now, out of the city.
It's great.
So, which the city might be suing them for. So hopefully they take all their money. That's all I can hope for.
That can happen.
All right.
That's all we can hope for.
Moving on here. I want to take a look at the Falcons-Cowboys game.
Oof, yeah.
How long before Mike McCarthy's going? That's my main question. How long before McCarthy's going? Do they wait till the end of the season?
It depends on what they're serving at the next game for their home game. If there's like a buffet, he's probably going to want to stay on for that game. After that, he's out. He's going back to that pole barn where him and his old coach buddies got together when they reallocated how they were going to learn how to coach and not let this happen. But it happened anyway. So he's going to be saying, pass the gravy at Thanksgiving, boys. He's the F out of town. He's gone. It's over.
Oh, shoot. He's gone. They should fire him this week.
You see,
he should have gone.
You see, Cowboys fans are almost as upset as Browns fans. I mean, Browns fans are over here cheering for Deshaun to get hurt. Cowboys fans are cheering for Jerry Jones to die.
That's true.
Wow. Yeah.
We should get Dak Prescott in Cleveland. That's what we ought to do.
I actually don't know how I feel about that. I wouldn't be too upset about that, honestly.
I read today that his injury is going to limit him for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So
I did hear that.
Take that with what you will. Does Trey Lance maybe get some starting time now?
Oh gosh, that sounds awesome.
I think Cooper Rush, I'm pretty sure, is the starter. Is going to be the starter for the foreseeable future.
He came in relief, but I mean,
yeah, he's their future, is he not? I guess Dak, but after that.
Also, I'm 100% cheering for Kirk Cousins to win Comeback Player of the Year.
No.
I don't know. He needs to learn the swag and surf song, and then I'll think about it.
It's gonna.
The video of him dancing to that was hilarious.
It is. He is just. He looks like a Midwesterner, man, all the way.
Hey, can't blame him. We're pretty great.
Did Saquon get hurt last year?
I feel like he did.
I was thinking he did.
But I don't know if it limited him the whole year.
Oh, he didn't miss any significant time now.
Okay. All right. You guys have any other games you guys want to take a gander at?
Yeah. Let's talk about the Lions putting the absolute smackdown on my wife's Packers, which hopefully she's asleep and isn't hearing this. The best, most prolific offense, even better than the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Jared Goff is completely efficient. Platoon of running backs, fantastic receiver play from St. Brown. Their offensive line are a bunch of just meatheads. Defensively, they fly to the ball. Even with a defensive back getting suspended early in the game, they turned on the Jets, got it done. Fantastic play by the Lions. They're the real deal.
I'd argue this is probably one of the best teams we've seen in like years. Like one of the most dominant. Like this is, I haven't seen a team like this in a while.
This brings me back to some of the Brady like New England teams.
Yeah.
Where they were just absolutely dominating guys.
Yeah. I mean, Goff doesn't even have to perform that well, and they will win by 30, 40 points.
I mean, the one game didn't even throw for 100 yards, and what they put up 51.
Like 152-14 over the Titans, something like that. Like
crazy.
Oh my gosh.
They've got to win a championship this year because their offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, is gone. Everybody wants that dude.
Bring him to Chicago, please.
I've never seen so many different offensive packages in the pros in my life. The guy's a mastermind.
Yep.
Players love him. It's great ball.
Oh, yeah. He's gone after this year.
Will you two join me in signing a petition to get Matt Eberflus out of Chicago, please?
I didn't think a petition needed signed. I mean, they need to can him.
yeah.
I don't think they will. But petition needs signed. Someone needs to go up there and take him and not let him back on the premise because he is ruining the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, Kyler Murray didn't even throw a touchdown or do anything really, and you saw how that turned out. Rough.
Yeah,
it's worse than the Browns.
Also, is there a fair case to have Jared Goff for MVP?
Yeah.
There is, but he's just not a flashy enough name. That's the thing about it. He's a workhorse. The dude definitely extreme high completion percentage, very efficient. Move the ball well in the rain, but still, he won't get it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think
it's going to go to Lamar again.
No,
Josh Allen all the way, baby.
We'll see how it shakes out. I mean, I can see the thing is Joe Burrow realistically is having the best season of any quarterback, but the team's washed, so he's not going to get it. So probably Mahomes because the league loves him.
If it's Mahomes, I would. Yeah, I feel like it could be Baker. Honestly,
I think it was second in touchdowns, tied for second in touchdowns after this. We'll see how tonight goes for him.
Yeah, Baker's top 5 in passing before tonight.
Yeah.
How is Geno number 1 in passing?
Because he threw for 300, 400 yesterday, and then he's done almost every week.
Jackson Smith and Jigba just catches the ball. They're 160 yards receiving, just one guy.
Yeah. It's insane. I mean, I feel like it definitely could be Baker because Baker's still doing well even without Godwin and Evans.
This is true.
Yeah, so especially if they win tonight against the Chiefs, that'd be crazy without those two.
I don't know. I'm still going for Josh Allen. It's about time he wins one.
I like Josh Allen.
I mean, for me, it's the big argument that everyone had against him that is he threw all these interceptions, and he's not.
Yeah, he's only
he's just not throwing interceptions this year.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All right, moving on. We got power rankings.
Ooh,
Ayden, you want to start us out?
I think. All right, let's see what I have this week. At number 1, I have the Lions. I have the Ravens at 2. I have the Chiefs at 3. The Bills at 4. Commanders at 5. Packers at 6. Vikings at 7. Steelers at 8. The Cardinals at 9. And the Rams at 10. And then I have the Chargers, Falcons, Eagles, and Dolphins as honorable mentions. That the last 2 spots for me were incredibly difficult. 9 and 10, I could not decide on because the Cardinals, Rams, Chargers, Falcons, and Eagles. I was like, what do I do there? Because they've all been competitive the last 2 weeks, if not one.
Yeah, no, I agree. Jake, any questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, I think the Chiefs still have to be one because you gotta give them one until they lose. Even though I hate them, Lions definitely best in the NFC, probably at 2. I think the rest of that sounds pretty good to me. I do think that they should change some league rules where there's like 6 teams that are tied for 32 right now. Browns would be included in that. Panthers, I think, might have moved out of the basement after their win, but
Yeah.
the Patriots, I mean, the Titans. There's a lot of there's a huge step between good football in the league and bad football in the league this year. And
Yes,
until
there
they
is.
start doing that XFL rule where the winner of the XFL championship gets an NFL team and then the 32nd team gets relegated like they do in soccer, that needs to happen because there's some bad ball, man.
That'd be pretty. Hey, that'd be pretty cool. I would mind that.
Yeah. All right. Mine. Lions, Ravens, Bills.
Oh
Chiefs.
God. You just
Bills?
don't like the Chiefs. Get out of here.
I don't like the Chiefs. Then I have Commanders
Right
at 5, Packers
Okay.
at 6,
I mean, so far.
Eagles, Vikings, Falcons, Texans.
That's crazy.
The Eagles are finding their footing at a good time if Jalen Hurts keeps playing like how he's been playing. And all he's got to do, he doesn't even have to go crazy. He just has to manage the game enough, get the ball to Saquon Barkley. And when it comes down to it, as long as he can get the ball to A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, they're going to win games.
Did my phone cut out or did you not mention the Chiefs in the top 10?
Oh, no, yeah. Chiefs are 4.
Okay, skip. I got you. Jesus,
Yeah.
geez.
That's
Right.
They're at least. I mean, you have to put them top.
Chiefs are
3
1
at
or
least.
2. You just can't even argue that. I mean,
I don't know. I feel like they're like the 11-0 Steelers for me, where they'll finish with, I mean, at least 12 wins, 12, 13 wins. But until then, it's like, I don't know. I see them losing in the divisional round. But I guess,
hope.
it's no kidding. But I don't know. I also realized I mean, the Texans aren't in my top 10, but they're also not my honorable mention. Like, I feel like losing to the Jets was pretty bad.
I feel like losing to the Jets was honestly really bad. But I still feel like, for me, it's just when you look at that roster and look at how good. It's the same thing with the Jets, though. Like, you look at the Jets roster, theoretically, they should have 1 loss. But, when Aaron Rodgers is smoking stuff and putting. What did I see this week that he puts in his water?
Cayenne pepper. It's a big deal.
Cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He says
That's
it keeps him
wild.
young.
Yeah, it helps with the thermogenic properties, boys. When you get older, it works wonders.
Okay.
Tommy
all right.
Townsend, I think, is the one that told him about that.
That interesting.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I
but
guess
like,
the
I don't
other
know. And then I think that Falcons squad is really good. I think they're finally starting to use Bijan Robinson the way they should have been since he was drafted as a rookie.
Arthur Smith, he screwed up last
Bill
year.
Hardy.
It was awful. But yeah, the Falcons, they were just with an injured Dak and injured CeeDee Lamb to only I don't know. That was not embarrassing.
Yeah,
kind of to lose. Like, I mean, I guess that Cowboys are okay, but they're not that good. Like, they're not good.
I
feel like
I don't think it's crazy to say the Cowboys missed the playoffs.
Oh, I think they do.
Yeah, that's a done deal. That's
a
done deal.
I think
so loaded.
Yeah. NFC North, still everybody's got a winning record.
Well, the Bears won't this by the
end
end
of the year. All right.
let's be honest now. I mean, the Bears are going to lose probably, at least 5 more.
It's sad. It's sad when your head coach has lost all respect in the locker room to the point where your rookie QB is making comments about how sometimes players have to take over the organization.
That's rough.
He said that in a press conference after the game last night. Said that at USC there was a few times where him and the guys would kind of have to take over the game themselves and kind of start taking over the locker room and the organization.
That's rough.
I like it.
I'm not sure if I like it or hate it, or
maybe Baker should have done that.
Totally.
I missed that guy.
All right, let's hop out of the NFL for a minute and hop into college football.
Yeah, let's
nice.
do it.
I'm not sure it was a fantastic weekend. There were a few games that were pretty good. This
Hey.
this past Friday, though, was my first weekend I got to watch Ashton Genty.
Oh, wasn't it? All
If
right.
he does
Heisman.
not win the Heisman, there's something screwed up.
Yeah, agreed. 100%.
Is that a fair statement to make, Jake?
He's one of one, man. There's nobody like him. Yeah, Travis Hunter contributes on both sides of the ball, but it's not the same. I've never seen a running back like that in my entire life, and I've watched a lot of football.
Yeah. Moving on, Ohio State, Penn State.
Let's go.
I was rather saddened by this one because I had Penn State winning in this one. Was yeah. I thought Penn State was going to get it done too.
Can't doubt Ohio State now. Come on. You shouldn't.
James Franklin should stop trying to fight people in the stands and figure out how to come up with a game plan on how to score on offense.
He just needs to come up with a way to beat Ohio State. I think I saw a graphic where he's like 1-8, maybe. Because Ohio State.
He's won in like what something terrible against what, top 5 teams?
Top 5 teams, yeah.
Yeah, that's awful. Did they fire him after this?
No.
Well, I guess they're a top 6 team still, but
all right. Moving on. Oregon.
That game
demolishes Michigan. Michigan is the biggest letdown of the year.
Agreed.
They won't win very many games until they get their QB situation figured out, in my opinion.
Well, it doesn't help when you have the one retire from injuries.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oregon
is not going to be the number 1 seed for long. They are a fraud. They're a typical Oregon team like we've seen the last 20 years. They can score on offense. The defense has not had to stack up yet. And when they get to go through an SEC buzzsaw in this 20 or 50 game playoff, whatever the heck they're coming up with this year, they're about to get smacked. It's over.
Yeah.
Cool uniforms, though.
Yeah, it won't matter, though, when Ohio State wins it all, so.
Okay. Hey, I'm telling you, my pick to win it all is still Texas.
I wish I felt the same.
It's well, definitely going to be Miami or
I don't
Tennessee.
know, Cam Ward.
Cam Ward is amazing. Please, Browns.
Georgia,
please.
Florida. The score is very deceiving in this game. Florida loses their starting QB in the second quarter to I want to say it was a hamstring injury, which carted off the field. And Florida was still very much in this game. I made this comment to Ayden earlier. He thought I was crazy. Georgia is very overrated. Carson Beck is a terrible QB.
Carson Beck, definitely not professional caliber. I think Kirby Smart is able to do a lot of other things. I think defensively they can hang tough. I still wouldn't count them out. That's a very, very storied franchise. They're the new age Alabama.
Yeah.
So they can still run the ball.
Yeah, I feel like head coaches that can figure out a good running scheme typically do well. Because I feel like anymore it's all about passing, so all your defenses are not used to passing. So I feel like when you create that amazing running game, like what Boise State's got, what Georgia's got, I feel like your passing game doesn't much matter at that point. Then
can be true.
Miami manhandles Duke.
Well, that first half, Miami's defense needs to figure it out. I was paying attention to it. I was at work, and oh my gosh, it was so, you can see the score. They were down at half.
Yep, down by 4 at half.
I mean, Cam Ward.
That's kind of been the story of the season. For Miami, though, because Miami's defense has been terrible.
And when you get into playoff time, those are the types of teams, the Oregons, the Miamis, they're just not going to be able to hang.
Yeah, yeah. You're going to lose right away.
Tennessee picks up a win against Kentucky at home, 28-18. Nico, however you want to say his last name, goes 28 for 38, 292 and a touchdown. This Tennessee team could be legit
But hey, they
after the upset of Bama. Just beat a
Who did-
Kentucky team that was hanging tough with Georgia at one point in the season.
Josh Heupel runs the Michael H. Air Raid. It's fantastic to watch. However, I think Kentucky is the most underrated team in the country. They've been in some awesome games. Had Alabama on their heels. They've
Yep.
had some very, very good games this season.
I was just gonna say that. And
One of the
Tennessee, or not Tennessee? Sorry, what was it?
when they what?
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
One of the multiple top 15 upsets this week, Texas A&M gets manhandled in the second half by South Carolina.
Yeah.
Can't let it happen. Can't let it happen.
No. Not when you're at the top of the SEC. When you're, yeah.
I don't understand the SEC. I just don't get it.
Yeah, the SEC is
I
a
don't
hard
know.
one to follow this year. Hard to figure out. Like, you can't even really find a winner in the SEC right now. Are you going with Texas? Are you going with Georgia? Are you
LSU?
LSU? Like Tennessee?
Bama?
Like, who are you
Not
taking?
Bama.
It's tough. I think it's going to be tough for Alabama to make the playoffs, to be honest with you.
I agree 100%.
I think it's going to be really tough for any two-loss team to get in.
Yeah.
I feel
Potentially. I'll be interested to see what they do with the at-large spots. And now that the conferences have realigned in the midst of this whole thing, I don't know. But the SEC is weird. When you take Big 12 teams and incorporate them in, same way with Pac-12 teams going into the Big 10, it's all weird.
Yeah.
Like
It
the SEC
feels
is the
weird to have-
NFC West.
Feels weird to have like those Big 10 games at like 10 o'clock at night and being like,
Yeah.
man, we've never had this before. All right, moving on. A lot of drama in Iowa State, them getting a 1-point loss to Texas Tech. An undefeated Iowa State team loses. They've been a lot of late game dramas lately. Ended up losing that one there at the end. Seems like lately, past couple of years, a lot of teams have had trouble with Louisville. I mean, I think it was last year Notre Dame lost to Louisville.
Yep.
Like, a lot of teams seem to have trouble with Louisville. Louisville's head coach, Jeff Brom, head coach at Purdue, I want to say for 4 or 5 years, worked wonders at Purdue for us before he decided to go back home to Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville's always tough football.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
All right, move. Sorry, go ahead.
College of Lamar Jackson. I mean, look how he's doing.
Yes, very true.
Moving on. This one hurts me to say. IU is still undefeated and just won 47-10 and has now jumped into the top 10 in the rankings.
It's kind of weird. Like I'm oddly rooting for them. Like I don't know why.
I will never root for IU. I'm sorry, I won't. I can't.
Yeah, I don't think you can. It's the Purdue's ingrained in you, but Kurt Cignetti should definitely be in the talks for Coach of the Year. College football, absolutely incredible. 3-phase offense, fast defense. First time they've been down this season, 10 points. They come back 47 unanswered.
Yeah.
Smack the crap out of the Sparty.
Yeah, it's
Do
insane.
you think there's any world that we live in that some team may be able to steal Cignetti out of IU within next year or two?
Depends on how much their board of regents and their boosters come up with money. I mean, he's going to want to make some big jumps, and I think they'll give it to him. I think they're going to want to keep him around. To jump from James Madison to go to IU like that, they'd be dumb not to. I think everybody's going to offer him, though. I mean, he's going to have all the big offers for sure. Any big openings that come about, but
Ohio State will take him. Throw Ryan Day out the door. I mean, I'd take Sig.
Oh wow.
I'd take Sig over Ryan Day.
Wow.
At this point. Like, man.
All right, moving on. Houston upsets Texas State at home. Texas State still very much in the running in the Big 12. Houston trying to make a run at it. The big game of the week, SMU hosts Pitt. SMU
Holy cow.
Picks
SMU
up
is
the
back. They're hanging tough.
big win.
They had a couple of seasons in the June Jones era when they ran the run and shoot a few years back that they were kind of relevant, fell back off the face of the earth. Pony Express is back. Death penalty's over, and SMU is they're for real, man.
Awesome.
I love that.
Ole Miss. How about Jackson Dart? 515 and 6 touchdowns.
That's insane.
Ole Miss also runs a Mike Leach version of the air raid. A little bit of modern twist. Love Ole Miss. Love the offense. Unfortunately, they've lost too many games, I think, to do any damage in the playoff if they would make it. But
Ole Miss set 3 school records this week: most passing yards, most passing touchdowns, and most receiving touchdowns in a single game.
wow, Lane Kiffin, man.
Yeah, never count him out. Air Force goes to undefeated Army. Army picks up another win, 20-3. Army 8-0.
That's
Is there
incredible.
a world that we live in that Army could make the playoff?
Army, if they go undefeated, should definitely make the playoffs. And
I mean,
seeing the triple option flex bone in the playoff would be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Coach
Yeah,
Monken
yeah.
is one of the best.
It's unpatriotic if we don't.
Yes.
Yeah, come on now.
Minnesota goes to Illinois and upsets Illinois.
God.
Illinois
Yeah, man.
looking
Come
a
on.
little rough lately.
No
Falling
kidding.
down to just 3-3 in the Big Ten.
That's the Illini, man. They look great, and then they just implode.
Yeah, it's rough.
All right. Some other scores from Big Ten this weekend? Purdue loses again.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm not even going to pull that up. We are
Not surprised.
complete dumpster fire. Head coach needs to be at the door now. Both my football teams right now are sucking. I'm just holding on to hope that Purdue men's basketball makes it back to national championship.
Nice.
Yeah, it ain't looking like it. Sorry.
All right. Let's see if there's any new news within the NFL. Chiefs up 10-7 at halftime.
Yep. So
I did want
I
to
did see some. Oh, go ahead.
I did want to talk to you guys about actually no, that's for later. Go ahead, Ayden.
So throughout today there has been some stuff. I mean, I'm surprised there's been no trades. Like, the trade deadline is tomorrow at 4 p.m. That's the only thing happening tomorrow. There's no other big, world news happening tomorrow. It's just the trade deadline.
Agreed.
Yeah. That's it. But, no trades today, which has been odd. But, Dennis Allen gets fired from the Saints.
Deservedly
About
so.
time.
Yeah, for sure.
About
Losing
time.
7 straight after having the hottest 2-0 start that no one expected, and losing 7
It's
straight.
honestly, it's taken a lot longer than I thought it would.
Hey,
Any
losing to the
team
Panthers.
that wants a player to be involved in their game plan like Taysom Hill, everybody needs fired. This is not JUCO, where this guy's not an H-back receiver, tight end, running back, quarterback. We're not Travis Hunter. They're going to play him both ways. Get this guy off the field. He's washed. Take your coach with you. Dennis and McCarthy can go hang out smoking cigars in the pole barn. Get him out of here.
Yeah, that's no kidding. I mean,
They take Eberflus with them.
Right.
yeah. McCaffrey returns to practice.
He
will be
He returned
back.
to practice today.
He'll be back next week for the Bucs
Yeah,
game.
he
Which I believe
has
is
to
next week.
return within, I think it said the next 2 weeks for him because of him being on the IR. He's got to return for the next 2 weeks.
Sorry, yeah, that's not next week. That's 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, 3
Or
weeks.
3 or 4,
If
whatever it is.
you would read what his father made him do in high school to prepare for football games,
It was insane.
it blows my mind how injured he gets, because of anybody that shouldn't get hurt, it should be this guy, and he's hurt all the time. His hamstrings, his Achilles, his kneecaps, his calves. The dude's legs are just mush. I feel horrible for the dude.
I guess we'll see how his brother does with in Washington.
Right.
Yeah.
He's kind of a stud.
He is. He's been doing pretty good over there. We'll see how it's him and Jaden do. Zach Moss is out. for the Bengals. That is what it is. Antonio Pierce. He might give up play calling, and they have no clue who their quarterback is. Not that it matters, because let's be honest, the Raiders.
Ayden O'Connell, bring Ayden O'Connell back.
Antonio Pierce is also like $16.2 million in debt. The IRS is after him. That's true. So like he's coaching for free this year. So once he gets fired, he's going to end up going to jail for probably like tax fraud and like it's just not like for real. Look it up. It's a real.
Does he just hit up the casino after the game or something?
Man, the Vegas Raiders love Las Vegas. It's a good time. That team is, my God.
That's rough.
Horrible.
That is rough. Yeah, I mean, there's been nothing today.
Yeah, it's really shocking to me too. Like, if any, do you think there'll be any big time QBs being traded? Like, I know the big trade rumor that's been going around is Matthew Stafford is going to go to the Vikings.
I just think that they're too. It'd be different if they're a couple games back, but I think they're like a half game out or something in the division. So I could see them staying just so that they're too much in it to get rid of them. Same thing with Cooper Kupp. There's a lot of talks about the Rams unloading some dudes, but I think now that they're in it and that division's complete crap, like I think they'll all stick around. But Zadarius Smith, that's a definite trade.
He's
a lot of people are talking about Anthony Richardson, but after the Flacco performance, he may get to stick around. So,
I don't know. I think Steichen said that Flacco's going to start for indefinite future, but I guess he could start. I don't know what you do in that situation with Richardson.
I mean, what a rough situation to be in for everybody down there in Indy.
Yeah, I don't know what you do.
I mean, has that ever happened where a QB takes himself out of the game because he's too tired?
Joe Theismann got his leg snapped in half, and he still tried to grind his way through it as he was wailing in pain, getting taken off in an ambulance. No.
Yeah.
Richardson's a bum.
Stafford literally threw the game. What was it? Game-winning touchdown with a broken collarbone.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, yes.
Like, I don't want that quarterback on my team. Like, if you're the Colts fan, if you're a player, teammate, like you don't want that.
Bryce Young, there's a name to watch.
Oh yeah, Bryce Young.
Potentially T. Higgins still too. There's been a lot of talk about him getting moved.
His contract. I don't think they ever got something worked out, did they?
Can we trade coaches? Can we bring Andy Reid to Chicago?
You can trade for coaches. It's happened, but I don't unfortunately think Chicago's going to do it.
No, nor will Andy Reid want to,
I think Chicago should trade 2 first-round picks, maybe even 3, to bring Andy Reid in.
I think he's worth more than that. Let's be real.
Anything else for him. All right. Moving on to our next segment of Roach's rants.
Oh,
is what we like to call it. Ayden.
Yes.
We bring up some hot topics, and then we debate for 3 minutes each, 3, 4, 5 minutes each, and then we'll just see where it leads us.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead.
First one's always about the Browns. Last week is that they still had a chance to make the playoff. True. This week, they could still make the playoffs.
True.
So this bye week, we saw what the issues were. It's not. I mean, the offensive line, it was the same as the Ravens against the Ravens game, and I agree that DeJuan Jones was the right star over Wills because Wills has played horrendous all year. I mean, we saw him literally block nobody and then throw a fit because he didn't know what was going on. So DeJuan Jones was the right decision. And I mean, if Winston can just get the ball out, then we're good. And I think Stefanski,
not throw interceptions?
He can throw interceptions. He just needs to throw more touchdowns. I mean, problem solved. I think Stefanski should take over play calling, and we need to fire Ken Dorsey.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, my question is, why do we fire Alex Van Pelt? I think, right? That's who we had last year.
Yeah.
Yep. We fire him. Then we pick up Ken Dorsey, who got fired by the Bills because of how little they ran and how little Josh Allen was able to be Josh Allen. Makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. Yeah, I don't know.
For me, I think Cleveland also needs another running back.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, how do you get rid of Kareem Hunt the way that we did when he's on a no money contract and bring it? It all just comes down to the differentiation of powers from the front office and what the ideology was. They brought in Watson, so they wanted running backs that could run out of the shotgun and not guys that were pro set under center. And that does not work with the Kubiak style of offense. It's the Fancy's supposed to run.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have spread style quarterback with Watson, with spread style running backs, and then when Chubb comes back, Chubb can't run out of shotgun. That's not what he does. Jameis can't operate out of shotgun, and a lot of times they're trying to have him do so. He's an under center boot guy, play action stuff,
which is what Stefanski.
Yes, the reason they brought him in was for a Kubiak Shanahan offensive mind and his style of play. And that's why Baker and Flacco and everybody else has worked great in that offense. And unfortunately, until they retool, we're pretty much hit. So who all's getting fired? Somebody's getting fired. I don't know if it's going to be Andrew Berry. I don't know if it's Berry and Stefanski. Dorsey, I don't know. I mean, I tell you who can go back to Indianapolis is Bubba Ventrone. I was horrible special teams coordinator. We had Mike Prefer, one of the greatest minds in football. And we move on from him to bring in Big Bubba, and Bubba has done nothing. Jim Schwartz has been a roller coaster of emotions. Last year, top 5 defense. This year, non-existent.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I will say, even though Myles Garrett is a generational talent, Myles Garrett's still not TJ Watt, and that's disappointing because when you need not just a game record, but somebody to take over a game, Myles has proven that he also cannot do that. So, yes, he's going to get a lot of sacks and a lot of penetration, but Myles Garrett is not the elite level that TJ Watt is. And in my opinion, as much as I hate the Steelers, TJ Watt should have got Defensive Player of the Year over Myles Garrett, even on a down year for him. So, Cleveland's got a lot of things to fix. Wide receiver position is an absolute dumpster fire right now. I think Jerry Jeudy's about the only player we have that I think I would keep. Cedric Tillman, not a fan.
What?
Man,
I disagree.
Look at a couple game stretch. Give him some time, and you'll see the other side. Njoku is great, but not in this offense. Our offensive line was not built to run this style of a spread scheme. We're built for the Kubiak style of play.
100%.
I mean, you break it down, and the entire thing's a dumpster fire. And we're going to do what Cleveland does. We're probably going to fire everybody, and J.W. Johnson and Paul DePodesta are still going to be in the front office, and we're going to be having the same discussion this time next year, so I can't wait.
Yeah, no, if Stefanski gets fired, it's going to just I don't know what I'd do because he's obviously not the problem. Like, he's the best head coach the Browns have had since Belichick in the 90s. I mean, it makes no sense to fire someone who has brought success to the franchise for the first time and ever.
You don't get 2-time Coach of the Year by being a bum.
Exactly.
And I could see us firing him because that's exactly what the Browns do. And that's why the Browns just keep on Brownsing, man.
And it's like Andrew Berry has had success in certain areas. Yes, he's also had, very bad decisions, but
he likes players with character issues.
Yeah, that's for sure. But that can be fixed. He's hopefully learned. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like after this year, the only way to move on is you draft a quarterback. You cut your losses with Watson. First of all, that's the first thing they have to do is realize they screwed up. And you draft a quarterback. Oh, update. Baker threw a touchdown to Cade Otton. So they're up. They're up right now. Hopefully 14-10. But so anyways, you cut your losses. Hopefully Cam Ward or whoever. And then, I mean, you build around him, I guess. I mean, and you go back to Brown's offense. I mean, I guess, I don't know.
No, yeah. I feel like, though, with cutting your losses with Deshaun Watson, that's a lot of money to just push out the door.
Well,
what do you do?
So he's got 2 years left on his contract, but next season he's not going to be back until at least week 8, best case scenario. So you're talking about his 5th year. You're going to pay him regardless. Who cares, man? Move him out. He's not coming back from an Achilles injury. I mean, look at Aaron Rodgers, who rehabbed at a superhuman rate That is not Watson. That's not what he's going to do. I mean, everybody says that he doesn't commit to the same level of football as everybody else, and you're going to see that. So, unfortunately,
Johnny Manziel.
well, that's true. That's true. But
Yeah.
it's I think unfortunately some shaky days ahead for the Browns, which we're used to. We're looking for the draft.
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough.
All right. Well, I think it's about time we start looking into some picks here.
Oh, let's do this. I'm ready to go
All right.
undefeated
So,
this week.
Jake, how this works is we're going to run through each game. What you're going to tell me is you're going to tell me who you have winning in each game. And then what we also have been doing, what we stopped doing, what we're going to go back to doing, is you're going to give me your lock of the week. Where this one, they are winning, and if they don't win, then you're getting publicly shamed. So,
Yep.
Well, you're not going to do it on X because I'm banned. So,
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Oh man. Oh yeah, we didn't go over how we did last week. I think last week I only got 5 NFL games wrong and 3 college games wrong.
Nice. So
yeah,
I
I did
just
pretty good.
I just received a text. This isn't with college or NFL. I just received a text that a local high school football player from the area is pretty good. Goes to Wayne. Just committed to Purdue.
All right.
Kamar Nelson
Kamar,
just committed to Purdue.
congratulations, young stud. He is the real deal.
He is the real deal.
Hey, there you go.
Let me find my
Maybe-
paper to see how I did last week. I know I didn't do fantastic.
Hopefully you got a new coach there by then. By the time he's
Yeah,
playing.
Let me tell you.
That was
Yeah, I
those
didn't
are
do
a
very
few
good.
rough. Yeah, there's a few rough games.
Yeah, rough week. Rough week. All right, here we go. Hopping on in. So this week, in our Thursday night football matchup, we have Bengals, Ravens.
This will be a
Start
good
with you,
game.
Ayden.
I'm gonna have to go with the Ravens though.
Jake,
Baltimore.
I'm
Yeah,
also picking the
it's-
Ravens.
Last time they met was close. It was over.
Bears,
overtime.
Patriots.
Ooh, be kind of funny to take the Patriots, but we'll go with the Bears.
Bears.
Jake, how about you, sir? There we go. Giants, Panthers. This one could be good. In Munich.
well, good to close. I'll go with the Giants.
Yeah, close. Giants.
I'm going to take the Panthers. They know how to travel overseas, and they're on a little hot streak here for whatever you want to consider that. And Daniel Jones plays for the Giants, so I'm going Panthers.
I would agree with Jake on this one. I'm going with the Panthers.
All right, guess I'm alone on this pick.
Bills, Colts.
Ooh,
You already know
I'll
who
go
I'm
with-
taking. I'm taking Bills.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Bills too, but I feel like it's gonna be
Bills.
closer. It's gonna be closer than people think.
Josh Allen, 17 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. MVP
He
right
does
there,
look
buddy.
good. He does look good.
He looks so good.
He does.
Chiefs, Broncos.
Chiefs.
Unfortunately, Kansas City.
Give me the Broncos.
You're
Yeah,
wild.
not a Chiefs.
Yeah, that is
yeah.
wild.
Falcons, Saints.
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
this one will not be close.
It will not, especially without Olave. It's Falcons. Yeah. I just want to say, Kelsey has fumbled twice now. He just fumbled
Good.
again.
The biggest fumble of his life was dating Taylor Swift. but-
Yeah, that's
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm taking the Birds as
49ers,
well.
49ers, Buccaneers.
wow.
I need a
taking-
little shake and a little bake. Give me the Bucks.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'm saying.
Bucks.
I'm taking the Bucks.
Well, I guess I'll be alone on this one. I'm going 49ers.
Yep. You know what? Baker's gonna light them up.
Steelers, Commanders. This one could
Ooh.
be sneaky good.
That's gonna be a great game.
Give me the Heisman winner, Jaden Daniels.
That's amen. I'm with you.
Scary Terry, baby. Terry McLaurin.
I'm
he's
also
the
going
man.
Commanders in that one. Vikings, Jaguars.
Yeah, Vikings.
Do we have to pick this one?
Yeah.
That's how we
Hey.
feel some weeks, Jake.
To be fair, Eagles, Jags last week, we kind of thought the same thing, and that was a scary game.
Titans, Chargers.
I'm gonna take the Vikings, even though that I think both teams will have at least 4 interceptions.
That's fair.
Titans, Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers. Will Levis will.
Yeah.
Jim
Will
Harbaugh for president.
No, we hate Jim Harbaugh.
Oh yeah, Michigan. Yeah, I get that. Eagles, Cowboys. Do Cowboys get back on track?
No.
Mike
McCarthy will still be there, and Mike McCarthy will still suck.
That's true.
Everyone go with Eagles?
Yep.
Yes.
Jets, Cardinals.
This game actually, I don't know who to pick because of how the Jets played last week, but I'm gonna go Cardinals, I think.
I will take plant medicines for 1,000, Alex. Give me the Jets.
Jets, Jets. Give me the Cardinals, though.
Oh, man. Whoa. This next game.
Lions, Texans.
There's good games this week. Lions,
I don't think this one's as close as what it seems.
I think this will be their
Lions
biggest.
win by 2 scores.
This will be their biggest competition since week 1 against the Rams.
Detroit all the way, and they'll probably take a kneecap with them.
Oh, back to Dan Campbell's rookie coach season. Man, all right.
Rams, Dolphins. I'm going Rams.
Yeah, me too.
Rams for sure would be a win though if our boy doesn't get another concussion though. Hopefully he finishes the season out.
Hey, that's right. That's right.
Over or under. He gets half a concussion for the rest of the season.
Ooh, is that possible?
I don't know. Like a
I'm gonna
concussion that
go
leaves
over.
him out
He
for a
gets
week.
a lot of concussions, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
He's gonna get a concussion. It just won't be reported.
Ayden, what's your lock of the week this week?
Let's go with the let's go with the Bills game.
It's a solid lock.
Yeah.
For me, I'm going the Ravens over the Bengals.
That's crazy. It's a division game. I don't know about that.
I don't think it matters.
I have 2 locks. The first is that the Browns are not going to lose this week.
Hey.
Yeah.
Scroll down a little bit. I feel like I saw something I liked a second ago. Oh, yeah, Bills over Colts. Jeez, oh, Pete, that's not even a question.
Somehow Flacco's going to find a way, though. And
He could.
That's going to be how we're going to lose. Flacco's going to find a way to beat the Bills. We're going to lose that way. Yep.
All right, hopping into college football this week. Purdue heads to the shoe. Give me the Boilermakers, baby.
Are you
That's
out of your
commitment.
mind?
That's commitment.
Yes, I am.
I picked against the Browns and they won. So maybe you should pick Ohio State here because that's what I'm doing.
No. I can't pick it against my Boilermakers.
Ohio State over here.
Miami, Georgia Tech. Trying to scroll down through. Oh, right here. This will be our next pick game.
Yeah.
Georgia, Ole Miss.
Georgia.
I'm going to go Ole Miss.
If Ole Miss
I love
wins,
the Ole Miss offense, but the Georgia defense is too stout. As long as Carson Beck hands the ball off and doesn't give it to the other team, Bulldogs.
if Ole Miss wins, are they thrown back into the playoffs there?
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Arguably, yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, that's
With a 12-team playoff, yes. Any more good ones?
There was, I think, the Penn State game, wherever that's at.
Penn State,
that-
Washington. Ooh,
that might
Bama,
be-
LSU.
Yeah, there we go. There it is. Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be
gosh.
tough.
I hope they both lose.
Is that a thing in college? Can both teams just everybody get hurt and just can't play the rest of the season?
I don't know. Maybe. I think Alabama wins that game, though, barely.
I hope LSU wins.
I'm taking LSU. I like
I
that
think-
QB down there at LSU.
I think LSU as well. I wish LSU wouldn't have lost last. Was it last week or the week before?
All right, let's do one more. See any good ones?
Was it the Colorado game? That might be good.
Colorado. Ooh, Texas Tech. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm taking Colorado.
I'm taking Texas Tech.
That's a tough call.
Yeah.
Give me Tech.
There you go.
Hey, I think Colorado, are they undefeated against every team that's not top 25?
I believe so.
That sounds right.
That could change this week.
Yeah,
We'll have to
hope it
find
does.
out. You hate Dion.
Oh, I'm not a Dion fan as a coach.
you hate him.
Not a fan.
I don't blame you though. Telling your son he can't go to an NFL team, that's a bit much.
All right.
But
Well, Ayden, you got one last score check for us?
Bucks are up 14-10 with the ball.
There we go.
And two Chiefs players are down. I think they collided with each other. So that's fun.
Gotcha. All right. Well, go out and vote tomorrow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow's election day.
That's right.
Absolutely. Just remember, no matter who you vote for, the government will still come and kill your freaking squirrels if they want to. So nobody wins in that. Liberals, Republicans, it doesn't matter. Make sure you protect the dang squirrels, boys. That's what I got to say.
Amen.
Oh, man. All
That's
right.
right.
Watch sports. College basketball started today.
What exactly does that entail?
You watch just all sports, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are all sports. Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, go watch sports.
I love it. You have
NBA's
to teach
going
me
on.
about
College
basketball
basketball
sometime,
started.
bro.
Huh?
You have to teach me about basketball sometime.
Bro, I'll take you down to a Purdue game.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great times. Yep, watch sports. Got a good weekend ahead of us. Watch Purdue beat Ohio State this weekend.
I just want to say that I was right about the Dodgers. So
Oh yes, Dodgers did win the World Series.
It wasn't
I had
in
Yankees
seven.
in 7. I had Yankees in 7, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Also, shout out to Game Night. Got some Game Night merch on tonight.
Yeah, nice job, Casey. He's a man.
Man, Casey's the man. Shout out to you, Casey. All right. Well, that is going to be it from us here at Beyond the Scoreboard. From Jackson, Ayden, and our special guest this week, Jake. Thank you for coming on with us tonight.
Yes, thank you, Jake.
Hey, great time, boys. I love what you guys are doing. And also, if you want to get out and vote tomorrow, also vote for me to get unbanned from Twitter would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great times. All right. That is it from Beyond the Scoreboard, episode 6. Tune in next week where we will have some more sports chats with you. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, that's right. Thanks for joining us.
Boys.